A recent Instagram post by a courageous lady has brought this issue to the forefront, shedding light on the pervasive nature of date rape in our society. Our stories, echoing the experiences of many, underscores the urgent need to confront and dismantle the societal norms that enable such atrocities. Let's take a look at this video on what she said concerning the issue.
Sometimes when we don't get invited to house parties, private beach hangouts, shindigs, get-togethers, we start feeling some kind of way, feeling like we're getting rejected without realizing that in many cases, especially in this city, you're actually being saved from a world of hurt and pain. I want to talk about date rape culture in Lagos, particularly what happens before a girl gets date raped and what happens after the fact. Now, there are two places where a girl can end up getting date raped in Lagos. One is at a private beach party, and the second is at a private get-together or a shindig. So here's how it goes down. This girl gets invited to a house party or a beach party, and she only knows one person, the person who invited her. Now, there's a chance that other people who have been invited to this beach party or this house party are acquaintances or she knows of them, but it's most likely that she's only friends with one person at the party, and that is the person who invited her. Now, in most cases, victims of date rape don't know they're about to be date raped, obviously, but in these cases, it's usually the person who invited her, the guy who's going to date rape her, and then maybe 2 or 3 other people at the party who know what's about to go down. Before the date rape even happens, the guy who invited her plus the guy who's already planning to date rape her have already had a conversation about exactly what's going to happen. Every single thing that happens at that beach party or at that private get-together before the date rape happens is pre-planned. Everything that happens after the date rape happens is also pre-planned. So the only person who doesn't know what's going on is the soon-to-be victim. In addition to planning with the date rapist, the planner and the rapist will also work with other people in the group. And usually it's a mix of guys and girls. The reason why rapists recruit girls to work for them is because they know that if their victim, comes out and says, I went to this party and I was raped, they can count on those girls to slut shame her, call her names, spread rumors about her. Nothing is out of bounds for girls in those circles. And they do the same thing with the guys as well. At that point, all bets are off. If you've shared any private information with the guy who invited you or any of the guys in that circle know anything about your sexual life or your sexual history, they are also going to slut shame you and begin to leak information about you. If you've ever recorded yourself being intimate with a guy you were dating or seeing or whatever the case may be, they will leak that as well. They will pass it around their guys just to make it seem like you're a hoe and you were not raped. You're just lying, like you wanted it and now you're regretting it. This is something that happens every single time with victims of date rape especially. Now you arrive at the beach party, at the shindig, you're really excited. You look around the room and realize that you only know your friend and maybe you know 2 other people there, but they are not your friends. So you realize that, man, I'm the odd one out, but they don't make you feel othered. Like they're friendly to you. Your guy friend gives you a drink. Of course, that's your boy, so you don't even think twice about it. You take a drink, you take another one. And then at some point during the shindig, you realize that one of the guys is moving to you in a very subtle way. He's complimenting you, saying hi to you. He's charming, he's smiling. You're a little bit inebriated because you've been drinking, so your guard is down. And then at some point, you don't clock it immediately, but you notice that people just start to leave the room, right? In the case of a beach party, it's usually at a beach house. You find that people just start to slowly disperse. And then before you know it, it's just you and the guy that is moving to you, standing and talking. Now, this is where things switch. The guy then offers you a drink, or he says, oh, can I make you a drink? I'd love us to talk a bit more. Can we go somewhere private just to chat? You don't think nothing of it. Obviously, you don't know where everybody has gone to. You hear voices, but you don't know where everybody has gone to. If it's in a house, they're probably like in a different room, depending on how big the house is. You accept the drink. You're not thinking anything of it. You have the drink, and then almost instantaneously, you know that there's something wrong. You're feeling a little bit woozy, and then you black out, and that's the last thing that you remember. Now, after the drug has taken effect and you wake up from the blackout, you're going to wake up in 1 or 2 places. One, you're going to wake up in somebody's room in the house, either your friend's room. Of course, it's going to say, oh, I just wanted to keep you safe and away from the party because you passed out drunk. So you're either going to wake up in your friend's room or in the guest room. If you're on the beach, you're going to wake up at your friend's house. So they're going to move you from the beach while you were passed out drunk after you've been raped by either one guy or multiple guys, and they're going to take you back to your friend's house. When you wake up, you're going to be aware that something happened to you, but you're not sure. Now, depending on what you were wearing the night before, you should actually take a look at yourself. If like one item of your clothing is missing, or your jeans look weird, maybe they're not buttoned properly, or your top is off, or you just feel like you're a little bit exposed, you were raped. You were assaulted while you were passed out. That was the whole point. That's why you were drugged. You were drugged so that one guy or multiple guys at that party could take advantage of you. Now, depending on the kind of guys you're dealing with, the guy who raped you could have recorded or taken pictures, or other guys who were involved could have done the same. But again, not all of them do that. Some of them just do it and they pass it around that you gave it up and you had a train run on you at a beach party or at a private party and you're such a whore, and they'll move on from that. But the ones who take pictures and videos will pass it around in their private group chats. Now, when the effects of the drug starts to wear off, your memories will start coming back and you find yourself realizing that you were assaulted.
So guys, as you've seen in this video, what's your take on this? Because we all know that addressing date rape culture in Lagos requires collective action, that is, challenging harmful beliefs, supporting survivors, and holding perpetrators accountable. By fostering open dialogues and implementing comprehensive education on consent, we can work towards a safer, more respectful society for all. And that's all on Gistoven. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Till next time.